there's a lot of fervor for Formula One right now, not just in America, but I think all across the globe. So we brought in with the Lego Group Molly Martin, who just flew into town less than 24 hours ago. Molly?
Yeah, this morning actually.
Okay. So hopefully Charlotte's been giving you a good welcome. I've got so many questions. Good. What's your favorite part so far? I mean, you probably haven't seen too much.
I mean, I saw the skyline.
There we
when
go.
I was coming from the airport.
People always talk about the skyline. Look at you.
I'm staying downtown, so I'm really excited to just go explore a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't ever been here, so this is my first time, and I am so stoked.
That's awesome. I had never been here before I moved here either, so
it's beautiful though.
It is. It's got a lot of trees, great people, and you might like it so much you might end up staying. But where'd you fly from?
Call my husband. Tell him I'm coming down here now.
Okay. Where are you guys based in?
I'm in Connecticut.
Okay.
But our headquarters is in Boston. We just moved up there, so we're really excited about that shift. Okay. And all of our employees are moving up there now.
Yeah. Well, let's dive into the nitty gritty. The activation started today, right?
It did.
In South Park?
Yep, right over at Symphony Park.
Okay.
Yep.
So not far, a beautiful area. How did the first day go? We'll get into the other stuff.
I mean, amazing.
Yeah.
We showed up and our start time was 10 a.m.
Okay.
And in the first hour, we had 400 people come through, which is insane.
I'm not
We're
surprised.
so excited though. I mean, this is what it's about. It's about bringing families and kids to the shared experience.
Yeah.
They probably have a love for the brand already, or maybe they're really interested in exploring what their love could look like with the Lego brand and building. So we were just really thrilled that they came by, and it was a steady flow throughout the day. So it was great.
Well, do you have any job openings? Maybe I could.
If you go to lego.com/careers, you definitely can take a look.
I've got too much Formula One knowledge in this head not to work for F1 or the Lego Group at some point. But anyway, so excited to get down there. I know you guys have a pit stop challenge for the family there. And really, I wanted to kind of center on for a second. If people remember the Miami race not too long ago, about 2 months or so ago, before the actual race weekend, you guys were there. You set up 10 different cars built over hundreds of thousands of hours that actually were able to move. And the Formula One drivers, 2 of them from each team, were in these cars. It was astonishing to watch. Were you there firsthand seeing this?
I was.
Talk about that experience.
It was incredible. I think what you saw was pure joy from these drivers. And there was probably a little bit of nostalgia that came back for them.
Yeah.
Maybe they grew up playing with Lego bricks, and it just brought back maybe a memory of theirs to be able to sit in a car made out of 400,000 Lego pieces, designed by our amazing model shop team over in Cladno. I mean, it was just insane. The people in the crowds too were loving it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's really important, is just seeing that like there's a shared love and a shared opportunity to experience something like magical with the Lego brand. Maybe you're in the stands, maybe you're a part of it, but what's really great is this experience that we have can bring the magic of racing home to you with Lego building.
Well, and it speaks to that because I was able to build this with my 2-year-old. So this is the actual SF24 from last year. It doesn't take very long to build. I did most of it. My son, who's 2, basically just wanted to throw around the pieces. So thankfully I didn't lose any.
That's great.
But it was super cool to see the actual life-size car on the track in Miami. So that was really cool. But like I said, I've got to know the nuts and bolts of the logistics of this, because you said 400,000 pieces plus, and it's got to mean that people are working hundreds of thousands of hours on this, right? Or is that too much?
It's a little much.
It's a little drama,
it's
Colin.
22,000 hours.
Okay.
So it's probably about 1,200 hours per car.
Yeah.
But it's a team of like 10 plus people constantly working on this, and they are so skilled in being super detail oriented, ensuring that it's true replica or close to it of a one-to-one race car. And I think just the magic of them being able to drive around the track fully,
I agree,
was just unbelievable. We were so excited about it.
How are they powered? It's not gas, right?
It's
electric?
Battery.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have a little bit of a battery motor in there.
That's cool.
But the shell of it.
Yeah.
And then if you come down to the experience, we have our Lego F1 Red Bull race car there on display. And actually, the tires are the real tires that they use on the cars.
I can't wait.
So it's really exciting. Those are not made out of Lego bricks, but the entire component of it is.
They're massive.
They are.
Yeah, it's really hard to put into perspective unless you go and see this in person or go to a race in person, because you saw the Formula One cars up close and personal. I think people would be shocked at how light they are because they're made out of carbon fiber, right? You can literally push them with one or two hands. So
these are a little bit heavier.
These are a little bit heavier, but still, it's still a feat of imagination, truly, to see these people. Now, are these individuals creators or engineers, might I say, or? I
think they come from all different backgrounds.
Okay.
We have designers, we have engineers.
Wow.
I mean, some people have not even stepped in that realm. Yeah. And they just come from a different background.
Just have passion for it.
And they just had a passion for it.
That's
and
cool.
They got into the Lego group and built up the skills and experience to build something like this. Yeah. We have such skilled people at the Lego group. Oh. And it's magical to sit with all these amazing folks. They're intelligent and they just have a really unique shared passion. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. It's true. Like everyone somehow is connected to the Lego brand, and I think that's what makes it really, really awesome.
I think it's super cool. And I always harken back to the Lego structures at Disney Spring, because we were there about 2 years ago. My kids were like, no way. So I'm really excited to see their reaction to this weekend's event when we get to go as well. I guess the question is also, how did you guys dream of this in terms of making these cars as lifelike as possible? Because they've got floor fences. I mean, they even have, the rain light on the back. They've got the T-cam on top. I mean, all of it is there. So does it start with on the drawing board with these things?
Yeah, and it's a really true partnership with F1.
Okay.
I mean, the engineers and the designers over there worked really closely with our team over in Billund. And like I shared before, our team of designers are so detail oriented. We want to make sure that what you're purchasing and what you're grabbing on the shelf is a true replica of what you're seeing in real life, because that's what people want, So we're really, we make sure that it's a true vision that comes to life within the product, which is really awesome.
I love that. Let's talk about the activation itself, because I haven't gotten to that yet. I'm sorry. There's a race lab where you can build and customize a mini Lego race car. Yes. That's number one. Got a wind tunnel where you can test that car. That's awesome. You can take a photo with or get your Lego F1 driver's license, which everyone's going to love. You can race your car. You can test your skills in that pit lane challenge. What else am I missing? Is there other stuff there too?
So we have a full display of all the products, and I think that's really good to share with people, because some folks don't know that we have items that range from Duplo, which is our 0 to 3, and then it goes all the way up to 18 plus. Yep. So you'll find F1 specific race things that are spanning across all of our assortment.
Oh, wow.
And I think that's really great, because if you have, a young toddler that can't necessarily play with the Lego system brick yet, it's the smaller pieces, and they want something that's a little bit more tangible, their hands can handle. Yep. It's the bigger Duplo brick, and I think that's really, really unique and special.
I love that.
I did bring some little fun visuals.
Look at that.
So this is one of the little mini race cars that you can
Alpine,
build.
Right?
Or
after Alpine?
I just picked pink.
Okay.
But what I love about it too,
generic.
We have the orange one too.
Okay.
We have build instructions at the tables.
Yeah.
But what I love about it is that kids can design it the way they want. They can add their different colors. They can make their new team. They can replicate something from a team that they love already in the F1 space. So it's really about customization and building something that you are excited to race down our Thrill City circuit. So.
Yeah, my daughter, I have a 10-year-old daughter who is just starting, because I have the F1 channel on all the time, and she is just starting to get thrilled by that stuff too. So I'm really excited to see her get involved, because I showed her the F1 Academy series, so I'm super excited to get involved in that. But it's great to see that you guys are providing access to folks, because this is a motorsport community. So I'm sure that's probably why you saw such fan fervor for this activation to come. And this is a free experience, by the way.
It is.
I can't believe that.
Yes, we just wanted to bring the thrill of racing to a place that already has that fandom and a place that maybe the Lego group doesn't always necessarily come to.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important. We want families to have this shared experience with their kids. They might have a passion for F1, or maybe their kids do.
Yeah.
And they're each bringing them into that space and that fandom. And it's important for us to provide an opportunity where there's just endless possibilities. And when you step in there, we don't want you to have to pay for that. We want you to just be able to experience it.
Yeah.
And what's great is we're really close to a Lego store. So if you're like, hey, I love this, I actually want to go grab this.
Yep.
We're right over at South Park Mall.
That's where I got this thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, we were in there. My little backstory. My wife is getting our daughter's ears pierced, and then I was like, I gotta stop in. I've been wanting the SF24, and so like I said, my 2-year-old was like, he wanted to build it with me. So it was fun. It was, and I think you were talking about the nostalgia. Like I grew up with Legos. Like they were everything to me. I went through a period where I kind of forgot about it, right? Because you're in that transition period in terms of a young adult, and then you kind of get back to it in some sense. And I gotta say, I'm sure sales were not slumping, but I'm sure this has really helped put Lego in the forefront of people's minds, because tapping into that Formula One brand right now is so needed.
Yeah. And it's like you said, it's a fandom. It's this space that people are crazy over.
Yeah.
And rightfully
Truly.
so.
Truly.
It's amazing. It's
It
a
really
great
is.
sport to watch.
Yeah.
And I think us being able to provide a different outlet to bring the race home if you're not able to go to an actual F1 race is really important. And I think
Agreed.
that's why we were excited to bring this to Charlotte. We're going to a few other locations after this.
Okay.
And we're really, really pleased that we're able to do something like this for the community.
Yeah, I could talk about this all night, but I won't. I won't do it all night because I know you just got in. I do have to ask: were you able to meet Sir Lewis Hamilton or any other drivers during the Miami race?
Sadly, I wasn't.
I was going to shake your hand if so.
I wish so much that I was able to.
Ferrari's my team.
But I got to see them from afar.
Okay.
So
that was probably enough.
Yeah,
that's all I would
me.
need to see too.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
And the race itself, the sprint race, was spectacular that year, or that day. But again, just real quick, going back to that action on the track. I had heard that you guys had told the drivers not to be bumping the cars. Is that true? Is that true?
I actually don't know if anyone shared that. Because
they were doing a lot of bumping
they did.
On the track.
I think, of course, we wanted to make sure that Lego pieces weren't all over the track, which ended up happening.
Yes.
But I think we tend to try not to destroy big builds like that.
Right.
Because we obviously want to repurpose them and reuse them. Bring them to other places like Charlotte.
Yeah.
But I think the pure joy of the drivers took away all of that uneasiness maybe from our team. And we were just like, this is so great that
awesome.
They're enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
We will rebuild if we need to.
Yeah, things got a little nutty at the end there, but it was fun. It was fun to watch.
They had such a good time.
They did. They had a great time. And actually, Max Verstappen was in the car that you will see down in South End. He's got a lot of fans around here. It was cool. It sounded like some of those guys wanted to do that race actually in another venue. So I wonder if that's going to be, you probably can't tell us, but I'm hoping that maybe we'll see.
My lips are sealed.
All right, Lego cars on track at some point again. Awesome. Well, what else am I missing here? Because like I said, Formula One is really in a heyday, I would say, with the movie being out, you guys being in town. Is there anything else that really comes to mind just to make sure that people come out? It begins tomorrow at 10 a.m., right?
10 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, we
earlier
saw
the better? Okay.
I would say earlier the better, and also coming before maybe 6 p.m.
Okay.
I know we had shared previously it's like 10 to 7, but we're capping the line at 6 so that way the people who are still in that line can actually go through the experience by the time we have to close.
Okay.
So I would highly encourage people to come down as early as possible.
Got it.
The lines were a little long today, but we're trying to get people in as quickly as possible,
Love
but
that.
still giving them the really great experience that they're expecting.
Yeah. So 10 starting tomorrow and on Sunday as well?
On Sunday too.
There we go.
All weekend.
Yeah, so 10 o'clock is the perfect starting time, so you can still get to church, maybe early church, and then head over to 4400 Sharon Road. It sounds like also with this pit stop, explain the pit stop challenge, because in my mind I'm seeing a car pull up, right, take the wheels off, and you've got the gun. But that's
we did a little different interpretation of the pit lane challenge. So actually when you go into the experience, you'll see this big board that has all these buttons on it, and you'll be timed on how quickly you can use your motor skills
That's
to hit
sweet.
the buttons and stuff. So it's really about the fast-paced environment
Right.
of having to change a tire and stuff, not necessarily doing those things.
Yeah.
But I think it's still fun for kids.
Heck yeah.
Kids were loving it today. Kids were like, I want to do this again and beat my time and see
Yeah.
if I can go faster.
Yeah.
So it's really great. We also have a graffiti wall. So in case you're just like a parent that's waiting for their child to get their F1 license, which I also have here. Really
Look at
fun,
that.
exciting. This is
That's cool.
our colleague Austin. He let me use his.
That's awesome.
But it's printed out. It's really fun. But there's a graffiti wall. So you can just add free building
Okay.
that you want and add to the experience of the whole Build the Thrill.
I love that.
Over the weekend. So it's great.
Where else? Will you guys be headed anywhere else in North Carolina other than Charlotte? Or are you guys leaving after this weekend?
We're leaving after this weekend,
Ah, okay.
sadly.
All right. All right.
I know.
Maybe
We'll be
bring-
making our way over to Chicago
Cool.
in late August.
Okay.
It's over Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
And then if you happen to be at one of the races for the United States, we will also be in Austin and Las Vegas.
Ooh,
Yes.
CODA. That's a great race. And the Las Vegas is one of the newer ones on the circuit as well. And that always leads to a good race as well.
Yes.
So, yeah, two races that are on a lot of people's calendar to go and see. Other than Miami race, have you taken in any other races?
I haven't.
Okay.
I was supposed to go to Montreal last year,
Yeah.
and
Is
my
that a good
travel
race?
changed,
Yeah.
and I was really sad because I wanted to go to that one, and I was also supposed to go to Austin, but I couldn't make it.
Okay.
This year I will be at Austin though, so I'm very excited.
Good, good.
I just started getting into Formula One after the Miami thing.
Okay.
I binged watched Drive to Survive.
What do you
that
think?
Was really amazing.
Yeah, it's good.
Just great.
It's good.
It
yeah.
keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, I mean, the last couple of seasons, some of the drama was played up, and I get it. The first couple of seasons, though, you were able to really get involved
Yeah.
and really understand the technique behind it, which I really loved. So.
It was great.
It's so good to have you here. I really appreciate your time. I know it's been a long day, and it will be a long weekend, but I think there's a lot of excitement for this, and I'm sure you guys are seeing that, so that's cool.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having me.
Of course. Anything else, Molly, before I let you go, that makes sense to talk about, bring to fruition again? Anything else you want to talk to us about?
I think we just want to invite as many families down as possible.
We can do
Come
that.
build the thrill with us.
Yeah.
Bring the race home. If you're not able to go to F1, we have something for everyone.
Okay.
You can explore all the things that the Lego brand has, and we're just excited that people want to come have a shared experience over
Yeah.
the weekend with us. So come on down.
We will.
We're here.
And we certainly hope you guys come back again, honestly.
Yes,
So
we do too.
Awesome. Well, Molly, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you to the Lego Group for allowing you to spare some time to hang out with us as well. And please thank your colleagues as well, because I know it's not going to be cool outside this weekend. So
Yes. We'll stay hydrated.
yes. And I know you guys take precautions for everybody that comes as well. So thank you
Yes.
for that too.
Yes, of course.
Awesome.
Thank
All
you
right,
so
Molly.
much.
Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow,
Thanks.
hopefully.